ora and welcome to Tonightline. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Tommy. Today on Tonightline, strange afflictions, some of the world's lesser known beliefs, possibly a farm report, and to finish off, a look at the weather. But first...
A newspaper jobs section advertising the position of hermit has received a flood of applications from people keen to ditch the stress of modern life. The successful candidate will have the chance to live in a cave on the grounds of an English estate, abandoning all human connection except for scaring visitors. The owners of the estate claim they want to employ the hermit to create an authentic atmosphere on their property. They have been overwhelmed from the response for such a low-paid position. The article states they don't know what the qualifications need to be for the hermit, but being ragged and filthy is a good start. We now cross over to our reporter Christian, who is with one of the job seekers hoping to trade it all in to be the tramp.
Thanks, Jenna. Here I'm with Joanne Flintstone, and behind us is the cave where she's going to start her career spooking incoming people. So, Joanne, why would you give up modern life to live your life in a cave spooking people for a living?
Well, first of all, what's not to love about a cave? I feel that modern day life is just too much for humans these days, and we just need to revert back to our roots. And plus, I love spooking people. I spook people ever since I was a young girl. I used to come out of caves and just spook them. Love it.
So you enjoy frightening people. Oh, well. So, how about your loved ones, friends, family? What do they think about you doing all this?
They don't care. They do care, but I don't care. They judge me and they want me to clean myself, but I don't want to clean myself. I have the rain, I don't need soap. You know, I feel that Diane Flintstone is not really my mother. Mother Nature is my mother.
So you seem to resent your mother then. Well, how about, do you miss anything that modern life offers? Do you miss anything about modern life offers, or what else do you miss about it?
I just miss people, but not people that I hang out with or, Facebook and all that social media part of people. I miss scaring people, the opportunity just to and then go, I miss it.
You seem to really enjoy tormenting people. All right, so good thing you're away from society. So, well, thanks for the interview, and hope you enjoy your cave. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Christian. And now it's over to our reporter outstanding in the literal field, Nancy Pickett with the Farm Report.
Yeah, g'day. Well, mate, down south, the well-known runaway buster is still at large. Locals are worried that with one sheep on the loose running free, others will get the idea and start to follow, well, like sheep. And we soon could have a mutiny, or what some are calling a muttony, on our hands. Elsewhere, a dairy farmer up north who specialises in the back legs of cows is getting one final pat on the back from the farming community after retiring from 50 years in the field. Finally, a vet in the Mackenzie country has had a beef with the police after he tried to show a farmer that one of his cows was passing gas by lighting flatulence with his lighter. Instantly, the cow became a four-legged flamethrower and pretty much destroyed the farm. The cow was unharmed. I was going to finish with a few cheesy jokes, but, I was going to finish with a few cheesy jokes about dairy, but I didn't want to milk it. So, that's the farm report for this week. Back to you in the city, mate.
Thanks, Nancy. And now for a story that is no laughing matter. A Dutch man who had hip surgery 2 years ago claims he had not been able to stop laughing since. And it's not because he's a lot happier with his new hip. He says it's a result of something going funny during the surgery. He says he can no longer support his favourite football team because he laughs too hard when they lose. He has lost his job as a funeral director, and he's come to the media before he loses his marriage. The endless laughter annoys the heck out of my wife, says the man, chuckling. We can't even discuss how much my laughter annoys her without me cracking up laughing, which only makes matters worse. Something needs to be done. One of his biggest problems is that because of his inability to stop laughing, no one is taking his claims seriously. It has completely ruined my life, the man says, bursting into hysterical laughter. We sent our most serious reporter, Pimpalicious, to try and see past the hilarity at the man's home.
Hello. Thank you, studio, for this opportunity to interview one of the most weirdest guys I've ever interviewed. I'm so serious that this is just weird. So, how is it being this way?
Oh, it's me, man. Yeah, it's about it, eh?
All right. What do people around you feel? How do they feel impact? What's the impact from them?
Well, they just kind of think I'm weird because I'm laughing all the time, and it's just, I don't know what to do. They just kind of stare at me like, this guy's an idiot.
All right. So, what are some of the things that came out of this? The challenges and the ways people think of you.
Oh, the challenges. They're not many challenges, but I mean, there was this one time my friend died. He had brain cancer or something, and at his funeral everyone was crying and weeping because, well, I mean, he died from brain cancer. Like, that's pretty tragic. But I was sitting there front row just cracking up. It was funny as like I don't know what to do.
Is there any way people can help you through this way of condition you have?
I don't see it as condition. I don't care what people do. They can laugh at me. It's funny. I'm fine with it. Like, yeah.
All right. Thank you for letting us interview you. I'm glad we can find the funny side of this whole situation. And back to the studio.
Thank you, Pimpalicious. Now for more news of the unusual. A man in Austria was so keen to wear a spaghetti strainer on his head while having his photo taken for his driver's license that he invented and registered a new religion that says he must wear one at all times. Because Austrian authorities cannot deny someone wearing an item of religious necessity, they allowed him to wear the strainer for his photo, and now he wears it all the time. He claimed that he is a Pastafarian and said he belonged to the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Why Pastafarians need to wear a spaghetti strainer is unclear. When questioned in court, he claimed that the church was real and that Pastafarians believe in heaven and it has a milkshake volcano and trees that grow hamburgers and fries. However, this religion looks like it's beginning to take off and is being used as an excuse for all sort of things, from refusing to do any work to disobeying the road rules. We now go to our reporter Jaden, who took the time to meet with a Pastafarian at their newly built temple to see what else they believe in.
Thanks, Jenna. Hello, I'm here with Bone Apple Tea. He's a gold medalist, synchronized swimmer. So what can you tell me about your religion?
Well, I believe that there's a giant flying spaghetti monster who lives in the sky and he watches over us in our everyday lives.
Oh, yes, I'm sure he exists. So are there many rules you have to follow?
Now, the thing about being a Pastafarian is that there are no rules. We can make up our own rules, and I like to live by a set of 4. The first one being, we have to wear a headset, so when the flying spaghetti monster comes, he can recognize his followers. The second one is you have to look at memes every day. The third one, you have to pet every dog you see. And the fourth one is you have to respect women.
I can respect that. So what made you join the Pastafarians in the first place?
It's just the freedom. It's the freedom. It's ultimate freedom. You can be whatever you want, man. It's amazing.
Sounds very good. So are there any regrets?
I mean, why have any regretties when you have spaghettis?
Yes. Thanks for that, freak. This has been Bobby D on Tonight Line News. Back to you, presenters.
Well, there we go. Now let's have a look at what's happening up and down the country weather-wise with Zach. What's in store?
Thank you, Jenna and Tommy, and kia ora, New Zealand. Looking at the satellite image, we can see a low-down dirty front coming in and pushing out the high that doesn't really want to go, causing rain in some places across the country today. And now, looking at the isobar map, they're showing a warm front with a cold shoulder and a big angry backside. And now, today's highs and lows. Wellington has both today, within the space of an hour, reaching a blistering 26 degrees in the morning before falling sharply to a low of 4 degrees with a southerly change, catching out people that thought it would be a nice day so didn't take a jacket. Typical for the winter solstice. Let's take a look at the other main centres now. Auckland was steamy, tropical and muggy and humid. For the 7 of you living in the South Island, however, Christchurch is bright, warm, sunny, fair and fine. In Dunedin, bitter, icy and cold. And now for the short forecast covering most of the country. It's going to rain everywhere, as per bloody usual. Finally, here's a picture of Akaroa sent in by Jeff. Looking out of the harbour of Barry's Bay, we can see that the fog is pretty thick there. And now back over to you two at the news desk.
Thanks, Zach. Finally, it's time for 2 Minutes with Daniel, who today is talking to a person who is trying to set the unusual record of asking questions when talking. So far, he has managed to keep it up for 3 years now. So here's Daniel with a few questions of his own.
Welcome with 2 minutes with me, Dan, and today we have What's It To You with us in the studio. He is trying to set the world record for asking the most questions. So what's it to you? Tell us about why you're trying to set this world record.
I mean, why would you not want to be this righteous, man? You know?
Yeah, mate, I know. So, what do your friends and family think about this? Do they approve of it? Do they like it?
Friends? What's that?
You know, the people that you hang out with.
What's hanging out, man? I'm always here every time. You know, what are you doing with your life?
I'm a studio presenter. I have a show. Do you have a job?
What?
A job.
Who's that, man?
Okay, how do you get your money? Do you have a job or?
What? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Okay, here's a serious question. Do people ever get annoyed of you? It's not like I'm getting annoyed of you at the moment, but do other people find you really, really, really annoying?
What are you trying to say, man? Am I annoying to you? Am I annoying to you, man?
No, definitely not annoying to me. Not at all, but like to other people.
I was just wondering. I mean, what people, man? I don't see any people around here, man.
Wow, I think that wraps up today's show of 2 minutes of me. Dan, this was What's It To You, the most non-annoying man in the world. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Daniel.
And that's it from us.
We hope you've enjoyed the show.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Until then, I'm Jenna.
And I'm Tommy for Tonight Line.
Good night.
And ka kite anō.